Hey friends, welcome back to OG Universe. Thank you so much for stopping by today. On the turntable, we're taking a look at the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman of Earth 22 Infected, the Dark Knight's Metal storyline. So this figure came out in 2022. Picked it up at my local GameStop in Canada. I remember it was pretty tough to come by. Had to hit a few GameStops to find it because it was a one and done. It came out. They never got a restock on it. No other retailers here were carrying it, so it was a little tough to come by. Don't know what it's like in the US or internationally, but you don't hear much about this figure. And it's kind of a shame because it's a pretty impressive figure. So let's take a look at the packaging. Back in 2022, Mcfarlane loved to use the action figure photography for the artwork on the back, which was really nice. Then you got the blurb on the side of the action figure. You got the trading card, the same artwork on the back, and a display stand, and that's it. You also get a massive lime fluorescent Batarang, no extra hands or weapons, and you get this really impressive looking action figure. So let's take a closer look. First, let's get rid of this Batarang here. I'll show you this Batarang. It is massive, it is lime, it's bold, it's something that the Joker would definitely carry, or the infected Batman. In my eyes, I see this as a Joker who stole a Batman costume. I think that's how he's gonna be represented in my collection. But he can be a Batman who laughs. He can be anybody you want. Your toy, your collection. You do what you feel. But this Batarang, don't care for it. I just don't like it. It's just way too big. But of course, you know, he's gonna use this to stab people, rip people apart. And yeah, it's kind of sharp. So just be careful with that. A little pointy. But yeah, it's okay. Not the biggest fan of this. Could have loved to seen some other Batarangs or maybe some Joker bombs or something. Would have been cool. But let's take a look at this figure, man. And this figure is just absolutely phenomenal. That head sculpt is gotta be one of the spookiest, deadliest looking head sculpts I've seen Mcfarlane come out with. You can see all this attention to detail on the cowl, the cracked leather, it's worn out. This smile, my word. That is one nasty looking character. You can see the Joker toxin just slowly has changed Batman and Bruce Wayne into the Batman who laughs. And part of the storyline, I'm not going to spoil too much because it's a really good read. If you're a fan of Batman who laughs or the Dark Knight's Metal story, it's a one shot you definitely have to pick up. And Batman does kill the Joker in this story. And basically, when he does kill him, Joker's heart releases a toxin that infects Batman, drives him mad, and he does some horrible things in that comic. But man, it's the start of the Batman who laughs, and this is the antithesis of that in that storyline. So you get some background, and it's definitely worth a read. But this figure, man, it's just so impressive. It's a brand new body buck. I don't think I've ever seen Mcfarlane use this type of body buck, especially with all of this kind of work and wrap stuff around his abdomen. It's pretty wild. It's got some really nice texture. I have a lot of natural light in my studio here where I'm filming, so you can really see the purple. In most cases, in person, it definitely looks like a black with hints of purple, but here you can see it's a very pronounced purple, and it looks so damn good. Another thing I love about this figure is the utility belt. This utility belt, this symbol here is from the Batman 66. So I think maybe he broke into the Batcave or decided to go through the trophy room, steal some equipment, make his own costume, whatever the case may be. But man, it just looks awesome. He's got these vials here, these massive pouches that wrap all the way around the figure. And the cape as well. This cape has some beautiful texturing. It's a nice lightweight rubber. It's not very heavy. It's not like the Three Jokers or Hush Batman that really weighs it down and topples it over. It's just out of the way, and it just works well with this figure, especially with this lime green underlay as well. Fantastic. And just the overall presence of this figure. The cape here is, again, it just has this nice billowing effect. It's wrapped over the shoulder, so it's a massive long cape. Really stylized well, and it just gives him a bit more proportion to him because he is a bit of a thinner buck compared to some of the other Batmans, but it's the infected version. So you can see the toxins really having this effect on Batman. It's driving him mad. It's changing his physiology as well. So I really like the way they use this body buck for this type of figure. Now for your articulation as well, the articulation is just really good. There's nothing holding it back. We've talked about figures that have articulation that is kind of hindered by some of the sculpted details or the cape or anything like that. But you can get this guy into some really nice poses, very dynamic. He definitely has these kind of grasping claw-like hands that are really good. got a grasping hand, and he has the trigger hand as well. Put a gun in there, kind of weapon, it'd be great. But he is just really impressive. I really like this figure a lot. As if you can't tell, I'm kind of gushing, but man, it's a unique one-off that I'm very happy to add into my collection. It's one of the standout Batman figures that I have. Now, the articulation as well, we'll really run down that quickly. He's got tons of side attitude just to give you that look of like pure insanity and madness. That's so cool. Great articulation in the head. You got good movement with the shoulders here. The cape doesn't impede the articulation too much at all. It is pretty way down here. It's a little thicker material, but you can still get a good range of motion there. Has a spacer, ball joint as well, so that butterfly hinge. Bicep cut, double jointed elbows. You got the ball joints at the wrist, so lots of movement there as well. Torso articulation is a little bit limited. You can't go forward too much, back not too bad, but not the best range of motion there. Does have a ball joint at the waist, ball joints at the hips, double jointed ratcheted knees, and of course he has a toe articulation, the pivot, ankle rock, all of that good stuff. And you can see there, does have a pretty kind of nasty cutoff where the ball joint is for the ankle, but it's still okay. It kind of blends in, but it's just a really pronounced cut there that stops the full integration of the boot. But still, man, I really like this figure a lot. He looks phenomenal. Oh yeah, very cool looking, twisted looking Batman. So let's bring in a couple of other guys that might look well with this figure on your shelf. Of course, we're gonna have the Joker himself. Yeah, these two guys look really cool together. I love the way the dynamic. You can tell this is Batman. This could be a Joker wearing a Batman costume or just a twisted version of Bruce Wayne that's been infected. I love that kind of look. And these two guys look great together. And then we got another Batman here. This one is from Dark Knight's Metal. Really beefed up Batman. So this one has a lot of battle damage. It's the kind of a custom head. We swapped it out with the Hush 2-pack version with the angry screaming head. I think it works so much better on this body buck. Looks great. And as I was talking about, this is a massive body buck for Batman. He is big, ripped, meaty. And you can see this one, slimmer proportions. The toxin is taking over him and it just twisting his physiology. And I think it looks so cool. Great body buck choice. Hopefully we'll see this body buck used again. And then we also got some of the other infected characters. We've got Superman as well. Man, this is your new kind of deadly dynamic duo, the world's finest. Man, the world's deadliest is what it would be. These two guys look awesome together. You're kind of building up a bit of a Justice League of infected characters, which is really cool. I don't know down the road if we'll ever see some more. I would love to see some more of these infected style characters. We also got King Shazam. Those two look great together too. And then we can even bring in a more traditional Batman. This one here is your Hush body buck. We swapped out the head and put the three Jokers Batman head on there, gave him some extra weapons. And yeah, you can just, again, tell the physiology is totally different. Batman in his prime, so to speak, here in the gray and black. And you got the twisted version right there. So yeah, guys, this is an impressive figure. I would definitely try and hunt it down. Now, Mcfarlane did just release another version of this character with a glow-in-the-dark motif. If you want the extra bells and whistles and some glow-in-the-dark features, go for it. It's on Mcfarlane toy store right now, I believe. Or if you can hunt this guy down on the secondary market, try eBay or your Facebook Marketplace or wherever else, Kijiji. Maybe you can find a good deal for it. I would definitely go for it. It's one of the most standout, unique Batman figures. Don't think we're going to see too many versions of this Batman who laughs, who's changing from the Bruce Wayne Batman that we know and love into this really nasty looking character. There you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We got a full playlist of DC Multiverse videos. Definitely check them out. Thanks for the support. I appreciate you all. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time.